I'm still putting off my video on Frank's bullshit rant. It's too fucking long to deal with. Like, everything pisses me off, but I can't even deal with it. But I'll do 3 other things that pissed me off today, or yesterday, and the day before, whatever. We'll start with 1, Chris Jacobson's bullshit. There was a mass shooting in Kansas, and Chris posts this. This is why the focus is on real-life self-protection, hashtag Goshinjutsu. We are not training in the dojo to LARP around and play ninja from a book. We are training to protect ourselves and the ones we love. And then it's a link to Kansas workplace shooting leaves several dead, up to 30 wounded. Fuck you. No, you're playing ninja. You have fucking Chafin dressed up in a Shinobi Shizoku thing that never technically existed. Link to Don's thing, fittingly. You know, with fucking charcoal on his face. You have him in broad daylight, hanging out under a bridge while people walk, saying, "Oh, I'm invisible. I'm a fucking real ninja." No, they're probably like, ignore the fucking crackhead dressed as a ninja hanging out under the bridge. You know, you're LARPing. That's what you do. You do fake bullshit. You don't know how to deal with a mass casualty incident. You don't know how to use guns. You do stupid bullshit that will get people killed. You're just full of shit. It's that simple. You know, where's your NRA instructor's license, Chris? You know. Like, seriously, there's tons of people in BSMA who deal with this shit professionally, who have dealt with it, who know what the hell they're doing. You don't. You're playing ninja. That's what you're doing. The people who do this for real aren't calling themselves ninja over here. It's fucking real life. It's not the bullshit that you do. It's not, oh, Chafin's gonna point a gun at me. Let me do some kind of bullshit thing that is stolen from Kempo and I'm calling ninjutsu. You know, no. This is a fucking guy who's out there to kill people. And if any of your students try any of the shit that you teach them, they will die. And it'll be your fucking fault. You know, I know you don't care about that, but that's real life. You know. You don't have the experience. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You've never participated in anything even close to that. You know, it's that simple. That being said, I still say if you're in that situation, you do whatever the fuck you can to just destroy that attacker, and don't worry about getting yourself killed because that's not the point, you know. Chris shouldn't be teaching his students that, but any real martial art, the student should already be thinking that I'm going to take this guy out, you know, whatever the fuck ever happens to me, but save other people's lives. You know, that there's a judo place up the road, and the kid there, I think he was probably really young. I think he was maybe 18. I think he was the same age as me at the time. He was on the flight that was in Pennsylvania on 9/11, and he actually came up and, you know, took out one of the attackers. And, you know, I'm sure his teacher didn't tell him to do that, but it's just something that you have to know what to do. So, fuck Chris, he's a fucking idiot. The end for that one. Second one, Iron Fist. Everyone's pissed off about this guy, Finn Jones, you know, playing Danny Rand. Playing a white guy who goes to somewhere in Asia and learns Kung Fu. And they're like, oh, why isn't an Asian American playing this? You know, it's because apparently it's racist to think, this is actually a quote from someone. It's one of those Asian American groups. They're like, it's Orientalism and it's racism to think that it takes a white person to completely master an Asian martial art. Fuck you. Well, one, it does. It happens all the time. You know, I can name an assload of people who are probably better than a lot of people in Asia. Of course, I can name a lot of Asians who are even better than those people, but that's beside the point. because there's people who are just beyond everything else. But I said this in bullshit martial arts. Oh, it's racist to think that a white person can go to Asia and master an Asian martial art. Yes, that's almost as racist as thinking that a Japanese guy can come to America and play baseball, something that's American culture. We've been doing it for years and years and years, over 100 years. Think that a Japanese guy can just come over here and play baseball really good? It's fucking crazy. How racist is that? Or how racist is it to think that some Chinese guy can come and play basketball? That's racist. That's American. Or is it Canadian, technically? Did James Naismith invent basketball in America or Canada? Either way, it's racist to think that a Chinese person can do that, according to this Asian American group here. It's racist to think that Chinese people are any good at American sports. It's racist to think that white people can do martial arts. Bullshit. It's racist for white people to eat with chopsticks. That was also another one that they wrote. It's funny that they call them chopsticks because that's actually a racist term. So they're racist, calling out racism while being racist. So all in all, fuck you to them. The end for that one. Also, this guy, Finn Jones, admit you're Welsh. I know we have the same things. I know you're Welsh. Reese Jones, I know you're Welsh. Anyone with the last name Jones, I know you're Welsh. It's obvious. Third one, Frank posting some kind of bullshit again. He doesn't seem to understand the math. He said that we're using pretend mathematics. Frank, let me just explain this to you. If you have 56 people fighting in a tournament and it's single elimination, that means each of the 56 people that you fought also fought one person. So that's called exponents. And you might have learned it in like 5th grade maybe? I don't even know. When did the kids learn that? Who knows? See, you take 2, right? And then you have 65, because that's how many matches you said there was. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. I'm sorry you can't understand that. I'm sorry that, when I attacked you with my brass knuckles after I broke into your house in the 80s and stole the secret video of Philippe Carreret and, the secret Bujinkan police bailed me out of jail and erased all the criminal charges and then sent me in a time machine to the future so that I'm the age that I am now. I'm sorry that somehow messed you up with math. But that's generally how it works. You could go to Google and you could look up basic math, and then you could teach yourself it, and then maybe you could come back to bullshit martial arts and apologize for being so fucking stupid. And we're really looking forward to your book coming out that you've said was coming out next year for the past 5 years. That's awesome. Can't wait for that. What else? Any other things piss me off? Basically everything pisses me off. The end. Yep. Nothing else really to say. Very annoyed all the time.